Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For our group project Geography and Culture in Tourism, we have chosen to present about Mak Yong traditional dance. This is our group member Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Hasan Alifin, Nur Zilawati binti Yusof, Nur Syafiqah binti Hamzah, and myself, Nur Syafiza binti Alias. Now, I will explain about the introduction of Mak Yong traditional dance. Mak Yong is a traditional Malay dance originating from Patani and Kelantan. This dance drama combines elements of ritual, stylized acting and dance, vocal and instrumental music, songs, stories and formal and also understated conversational texts. The name Mak Yong is associated with a ritual in which a shaman tries to heal a possessed patient through singing, dancing and descending. It being a daily performance, this drama dance is screened mainly in Patani of southern Thailand, Terengganu, Kelantan, Kedah, Perlis in Malaysia, and as far as the Riau Islands in Indonesia. It is presented not only as entertainment but also as a rite of reigning king and as a medical means of treating the sick. Mak Yong is believed to have existed before the advent of Islam. It was staged as a royal staging under the auspices of the Sultanate of Kelantan until the 1920s. Thus, this tradition is maintained in its original form without leaving the enhancement found in the palace, such as the beautifully ornamented garments. Next is history and background. The mystical elements of this performance art attract uneasiness in some quarters. It has been banned in the state of Kelantan since it was led by All Malaysia Islamic Party in 1991 on the grounds that this art contains elements contrary to the faith such as worship. However, Mak Yong continued to gain recognition on the world stage when UNESCO announced that Mak Yong was recognized as one of Malaysia's intangible cultural heritage of humanity masterpieces in 2005. Historians are not sure whether Mak Yong had a specific cause, as it was inherited by orally among the villagers. Mak Yong's actual age could not be ascertained. However, observations of the nature of this art, which were found to be free from external influences, indicate that it was at least 800 years old and almost certainly much earlier. There are sources that state that this art is believed to have developed as a result of a combination of several main elements, namely the Nora dance, the dance performed by the palace maids and sawai. Legends usually associate the dance with the spirit of paddy called Mak Hyang, but others believe it was created by a creature called Semar. There is also an oral narration that bases this art on the activities of tigers, as documented by Hassan Junus in the July 23, 1972 issue of Suara Karya Minggu in Riau, from a story derived by Abdurrahman, one of the main and famous actors of this art throughout the Riau Islands.
I want to tell about the element or characteristic of Mak Yong. Mak Yong incorporating elements of ritual, stylized acting, and dance, vocal and instrumental music, songs, and story. The first point is stylized movements of the Mak Yong involve subtle gesture of hands and arm, soft hand positions, slow step and graceful turns. Next, ritual performance. As with many other ancient Malay forms of theatre, Mak Yong was one used for healing purpose. Healing Mak Yong is called Mak Yong Mak Putri and involves trance dancing and spirit possession through the use of the traditional healing ritual called Main Putri. These healing rituals are still practiced in the village as well as in some more traditional cities, but they are largely front open today. Ritual performances are elaborate than this stage for entertainment, combining shamanism, feasting the spirit and dance theatre. It reflects the deep mystical significance of Mak Yong's stories and dance. Its original aim to serve as a conduit to the spirit world. Ritual performances are enacted for spiritual healing, to pay homage to a teacher and for the graduation of a performer. Lastly, vocal and instrumental music songs. Music in Mak Yong consists of songs which accompany vocal and purely instrumental music. Instrumental music is purely incidental to portray various dramatic moods as well as accompaniment to the various dance. The song functions to explain the content of the Mak Yong, narrative introducing the characters and various dramatic and also theatrical elements. The opening music known as Lagu Bertabuh functions as an overture, a form instrumental, warm-up and indication of the beginning of the performance.
The potential of Mak Yong to be commercialized. First is to communities or tourists who love to seize the opportunities to see unique things such as those that are mystical and have a connection with supernatural. Mak Yong dance that start with buka panggung or open the stage in English. Mak Yong dance actually has an element of spirit that has the potential to cause incident of subconsciousness, unconsciousness and even possession. Through this, is it clear that Mak Yong has a cultic influence on supernatural being either intentionally or unintentionally? However, there are allegations that Mak Yong contain elements of worship that violate Islamic belief. This is due to a misunderstanding of Mak Yong's art. The ritual begin with praise to Allah and Prophet Muhammad SAW interspersed with verse, and there are mantras that there is no worship of fallen jinn or ghosts. Even so, there are still have cases of mysticism, and this is what makes this dance has the potential to be introduced more widely. These are the things that make the audience always excited to see what's coming up. Second is to our society and the outsider who are always looking forward to this dance or to watch it, or who want to know and learn the origin of this dance and culture of Malaysia. Mak Yong also raised abroad, but at home here in Malaysia are not seen or less spread about it, while Mak Yong was the only Malay and Malaysian art that can be recognized by UNESCO World Heritage before Dondang Sayang. This make when outsiders come to Malaysia, they even do not know where to look. This is because there are some elements in Mak Yong that cause it to be even banned and opposed even in its own home state of Kelantan. The thing is that there is that element relate to the mixing of men and women, as well as male player wearing female clothes and some shirt thing. What I'm trying to say here is, even though Mak Yong is rarely been displayed openly, there still have a lot of arts lovers who did search for this traditional dance. So, for my opinion, this can be done if they restructure the Mak Yong performance to be more appropriate and did not have anything that can make its own be banned. Third is with existence of social media. Mak Yong now can be seen through social media platforms that are very widely spread, and it was proven on 24 May 2019 when the Mufti of Kelantan gave permission that Mak Yong with a Sharia compliant version played back. Very many positive comments showing that they also interest about the dance. It is because Mak Yong have a variety of stories and style of presentation. There are songs for walking, war, love and opening dialogue. Moreover, its latest style of performance has been changed to be more creative and appropriate without the element of shirk for the gaze of all walks of life.
So, from what we can see, Mak Yong dance is a major story performance in Mak Yong. Most are derived by Kelantan, Patani mythology. Second, it was banned by the PAN, Malaysia Islamic Party, because it animized and Hindu Buddhists, which predate Islam in the Asian region by far. And the third one, according to the Hikayat Patani, Mak Yong was brought to Kelantan more than 200 years ago. And the last one, the traditional Mak Yong had continued into the 1960s and 70s, but was later impressed by Islamic revival. As what we can see, people nowadays, Mak Yong is a seldom performer at culture show, as the priority is often because a modern Malaysian ethnic group dance like joget. It is sometimes still targeted at the weddings to celebrate a stage independence or to pray for the king's long life. However, these modern short-term performances are stripped of the all animals ritual, and their music is simplified because the songs are played so infrequently. There are only few troops left who perform traditional Mak Yong in the village of Kelantan and Terengganu. The reference of Mak Yong. Mak Yong is a traditional Malaysian dance. And the second one, Mak Yong dance drama, is from a dance drama Melayu connection elements with ritual, stylish, acting, and dance. And the last one, it is also an ancient pastime where it is still popular and often shown as a drama in international forums today.
That is all for our video presentation, and thank you for watching. Here is the short clip of Mak Yong traditional dance.
Ikut belakang bel ada weh.